students, let's continue our chapter 9 of NCERT book of class 10, that is heredity and evolution. This chapter is so lengthy, that's why it is taking so much time, but today we will complete the chapter. So today's topic is human evolution. We will study about human evolution, how human beings evolve. But before it, we will study why evolution should not be equated with progress. Evolution should not be equated with progress. Here we have to compare between evolution and progress. As I have told you, evolution is a long, slow, gradual process which takes a long time period. Evolution is slow, gradual change which take a long time period. And for several generations, means for 1,000 generations. But here we can see progress in a single generation. Let's understand one example. Here I am giving you example of yours. You are student. Okay, you are a student. Your father is 10th passed. Your father is 10th passed. But you are doing a good job in your studies, and it seems to be you will must do postgraduate or more academics in your life. This is called progress, which your father can't, but you can. If you are getting higher degrees when compared to your father, then the progress is seen within the 2 generations. But here, as we know, evolution takes long time period. Like human beings arise last in the evolution. But still we can't say human beings are the last species in evolution. Still some new species are evolved. We are not well known about them. So this is one example. Another example. If one's parent is poor, but their generation, means their children getting rich due to their hard labor. So this is also comparison between 2 generations. In one generation the person is poor, and another generation the children were get rich. This is called progress. Simply progress takes place in a short time period, but evolution takes a long time period. Let's take some more examples. Bacteria, as we know, its lifespan is less, so it can live in extreme conditions, means extreme heat and extreme cold. So this is, we can say, both as progress as well as evolution. Progress as well as evolution. So the statement here, evolution should not be equated with progress, is correct, because evolution takes a long time period whereas progress takes place within a short time period. And I know you must understand through these 2 examples. And next topic is human evolution. This is very interesting topic about you, how your evolution was occurred. So first human beings are evolved from Africa. Africa is a continent. So first human beings evolved from Africa. It means we all are belong from Africa. Then how we are staying in India, and some are staying in England, Australia. So how this was happened? Let's see. First human beings evolved. There is 2 ancestors. Normally we say that monkeys are ancestors of human beings. This is completely wrong. Our ancestor is Ramapithecus. Ramapithecus is the ancestor of human beings. Ancestor of human beings. Ramapithecus are ancestor of human beings. And Dryopithecus are ancestor of monkeys or chimpanzee. So here two different ancestors. We evolve more faster than monkeys and chimpanzees. That's why we have a better lifestyle. So how this happened? Let's see. As I have told you, human beings first evolved from Africa, and over the time period, gradually for their betterment, they start migrate and they go here and there, means all over the world. During their journey, some left the area and some like to stay in those particular areas. Suppose the persons we see in Australia are completely different from us, although they are arising from Africa, and we are different. Okay, Negroids are also different. Africans, still some tribals present in Africa who resembles with the that you can say as primates. You mean Adi Manav, which we call Adi Manav. So here, let's understand. Dramapithecus is the ancestor of human beings. Dryopithecus is the ancestor of monkeys or chimpanzee. Over the time period, we see the first human being which resembles completely human-like features are Australopithecus. Then the evolve is Homo habilis. Homo habilis. Then the next human evolve is Homo erectus. Next appear Homo sapiens. And next the modern man. This is also called modern man, but now the human beings at present are Homo sapiens. So these are the biological names. That's why I am underlining in genus and species. So these are human beings, how they evolve. On what basis they are differentiated as Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens. Regarding to their CC, brain capacity, way of living, how their organs get modified. So here brain capacity or cranial capacity, we can say cranial capacity, which is denoted as CC. The first human being, that is Homo habilis, expected that its brain capacity was 650 to 800 cc, means cranial capacity. But if we compare it with Homo sapiens sapiens, then our brain capacity is 1400 cc. Look, what is the difference? We have a good intelligent brain, due to which we are more developed than them, and we bring evolution, artificial evolution in the whole world. So these are the human beings. Some of them start eating fruits, then they are start eating meats, then next come using to live in home and in colonies or in groups. So how they are evolved, we are studying about human evolution. So this is how human evolved. For betterment of life, as I have told you, they start migrating and they go here and there, and the place which is suitable for them, they stay there and established. So nowadays we are watching, or we know that various countries where differently looked species are found, like human beings. So we are whitish in color, some are blackish in color, some are white in color. So they are possible due to the climatic condition of that area. But still we share common characters, like we have two eyes, two hands, two legs. All the human beings have the same character, whether it is present in India or in anywhere of the world, as that is human being. So we resemble all the characters, means all the physiological and anatomical characters are same when compared to any other areas, population or human beings. So here let's understand that how they able to discover many things, invent many things. They uses to learn language. First, they can't talk. They don't know how to cook, and gradually during their evolution, they are completely habitual about their habits, which was used very previously. So this is the human evolution, and one thing you remember: 99.9% base pairs which is present in DNA, base pairs which is present in DNA is equal in all the human beings in the world. 99.9% base pairs which is present in DNA, or which makes the DNA double stranded DNA strand, this is equal in all the human beings that present in the world. So from this above discussion, we can conclude that human evolution was not happen in a year. So it was also taken a long time period, like your before 75,000 years ago there was ice age. During ice age, the condition of the earth was completely covered with ice, and the animals that live in that area or human beings may be present or not. If they will present, they was present, they must be so long hairs, and their adaptation must be like to ices. So it is expected that human beings evolved from uh, more than 75,000 years ago. It seems to be, this is not clear. So this is how evolution occurs. Your completion of chapter heredity and evolution.